Glad to have you with us from Dallas, Texas at Gerald J. Ford Stadium as a couple of teams square off in the
Wait, is my jersey? Oh, okay. I thought my jersey was gray for a second.
A reward for how you played in the regular season, but can be a springboard into next year as well. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Charlotte 49ers, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Virginia Cavaliers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are
Hello,
ready to
Nick.
tee it up. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes and they'll stop him.
Everybody gets full healthy outings except for me.
We'll have the first possession of the game. And here he comes, the guy who pulls all the strings in this attack.
I think what makes him so unique, he has such a good understanding of this offense, always seems to know what the answer is to the test.
Always in control. The receivers know they're going to get the football. Everybody believes in this dude.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big.
That's what he meant by hands in the house.
You start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. Not sexy.
Hello, cousin Nick.
But in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. I get it that the game is the primary thing about going to a bowl, but there's so many festivities surrounding it, Jesse. What do you remember about something you experienced?
There was a lot of pageantry when I think back to the bowl games I played in, and you have functions,
Uh-oh.
you get to visit a...
Oh, it's close. And the defense snatches it, and they're trying to flip the field.
Well, they were trying to go RPO. The quarterback decided not to hand it off, and the pass rush just swallowed it up. They got to him so quickly, knocked the ball out, and jumped it.
Okay, that's not a great start.
Excellent field position here for the offense. Now they'll run the draw. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
And they run a no huddle.
Want to crank the tempo. One thing I've noticed from talking to coaches about their approach,
But they do have a Lamar.
is how many of them use it as a springboard for next season. They try to focus on developing some of the new guys, maybe, that have joined them for the bowl practices.
I mean, you get 15-plus extra practices. You start to play and experience more as young guys. The older guys get a little bit more rest. But, yeah, you're building the future. You're building the foundation. You're working on your technique. And you know what? You also get to have some fun. I think that's important for team building, is having fun at your location, doing the different things together to start to build that unity that will make a big difference in the future.
Yeah, there's a saying in college football that your freshman year, when you get to bowl season, you're no longer a freshman. A lot of players grow up, get the extra practices mentally, and from a confidence standpoint, you turn the page. I can remember back to my true freshman year, we were getting ready to play Penn State. We had a lot of NFL talent in my freshman class, and everybody just seemed to grow a foot taller. They were playing with a different intensity level that really paid off for us the next year.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
The option look. He'll toss it. Crosses to 40. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so
Jesus.
Intercepted. Looking for more room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover zero. When I play cover zero, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
They'll leave it with him. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Operating in the red zone here on second down. The corners are walked up tight. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Here comes the option. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They try to pop a run on the draw. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? And they decide to trot out the kicker. Already 1 for 1 on field goals today. He'll try to make it 2 for 2 from 22. It's good.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would like to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them. Looking deep. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Touchdown, Virginia. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And listen, find your matchups you like, and you can see. You got your speedster out wide. You like the matchup. He sees it, puts some air underneath that thing, and he outruns the DB. He's got no shot. Runs underneath it, and then walks his way into the end zone for 6.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Oh, my God.
Moves away as he feels pressure. Short gain on the play before he slides. And the 49ers are in the hurry-up. Well, guys, bowl season is here. Always fun to get these non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember all the moments throughout the season and throughout your career, and it's the last time that you ever get these group of individuals together. You say goodbye to so many people, and it's kind of bittersweet, but always fun, Jesse, to dance with your boys one last time. But another thing, too, I love the swag bags, personally. I love getting the gifts.
Yeah, I mean, to me, David, really, it was thinking about the tradition and history of these bowl games. I think that's one of the best things about college football. We're in an era today where bowl games don't matter as much as they did back when you and I played, but it was special to take the field with your guys one more time, but playing in games that had so much history.
Quickly out to the tight end. That had all the
I
makings
hate
of
this no huddle, man.
But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The 49ers line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. They'll put that return to a stop at the
I'm always
33,
stressed,
the
Nick.
offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Vaughn.
Oh, my
They
God.
stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34.
They're strong and they're strong. defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
What?
Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is making life hard on the quarterback early in the game. We're only in the first quarter. They've already got a pick, and that time they swat another one away, man. They are breaking on the ball.
Got a man, it's Vaughn. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that third down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up for it.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
Let's look at these stupid
You want to be
stuff.
aggressive, you want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation.
Off he goes. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Charlotte.
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll start the return inside his 5, and the returner is stopped. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. You decided to go for it, we didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chain. Man, he had to get rid of that thing. I don't even think he had time to find the laces, but he picks up the first down.
Yeah, that's a great job. You know, third and short, the defense is bringing pressure. He sees the pressure, gets the football out, and gets just enough for the first down.
They're trying to go option, and they're trying to put that defensive end in a bind, but he's just way too athletic, and he guessed right. The quarterback was keeping the ball. He knew it and was able to make the tackle in the backfield.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it.
Get off me, son.
Touchdown, Cavalier.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point gives them the lead of 14-13. An 84-yard drive there. And they close the deal with a 58-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Final play of the quarter coming.
Lamar is not walking through that door, Nick.
They'll try the run. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Virginia has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the 49ers racing to the line in the hurry.
Just no huddle.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Trying to get to him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The 49ers will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away.
Hello, Bill. Special teams.
Speed, and the coverage team able to make the tackle. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, man. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being out.
They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And that is just an attitude run. Running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Out of the gun, the running back has it.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
I feel like not very.
3-yard pickup. They come to the line, 2nd and 7. Gonna run it. It's Vaughn. Trying to run it in the red zone. He's got 4, and he's down at the 12.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And it's picked off. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown 49ers. How about that D coming up with a play like that? Just one moment and all of a sudden the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points. And now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much.
I saw that. You bet. Can't make that read right as I let it through the ball.
That last after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards.
Jesus, man.
Supposed to do now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Now on 2nd down. Getting some heat.
Oh, God.
They get to him as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Yeah, here comes a Cam Court touchdown.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Lost one deep down the right side.
Oh, no!
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his second interception of the game has just been lights out here today.
Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this all game did.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession and what we did. You're already in scoring position. Take care of that football. Make sure you get some points.
DB's right up on the receivers.
Yes.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense...
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Niners.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond?
Come on.
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played the quarterbacks. Just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
Oh, my.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Picked off. Bringing it back. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here.
What kind of run fit was that, man?
And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. And the 49ers in the hurry up.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
First and 10, the whole menu open. You can run the football. You can do whatever you want. You can tell they call a pass. He does a really good job in the pocket, just being a great athlete. Scramble outside, go get another first down. First and 10 again.
And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Quick release by the QB. Touchdown, Charlotte. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. This is a good one, and that's why they got 6.
He just runs right by him.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And guys, this is a great time to look for an explosive play on second and short. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
This QB and his receiver really have found a nice rhythm early in this game. They've already linked up for a couple of scores, so no surprise here before the end of the first half. They're looking for more, but give the defense credit when it's due. Nice job forcing getting completion.
Not sexy at all, right? Just hand the ball to the running back. Could I pull it? Yeah, but I want to get that first down. Nice job understanding the situation of the game, going and getting the first down and getting a fresh 7 downs.
With the catch, it's Cooper. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. On second down, they'll take to the air. He's going for a big play downfield. And he's got it at the tag. Touchdown, Cavaliers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. The way this game started, you feel
I saw the comment, looked at it, and then screwed up my timing on the kick.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth. I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Davis. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Now staring at a third and short from the 40. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Quickly to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see
I know what you're talking about, Nick. I have plenty of time to throw another pick six.
That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job for him tonight.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They run into a bit of trouble here. Third and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
Well, sudden change situation. You've got to give this defense credit. Their offense just turned it over. They held tight. They didn't allow a touchdown, and they forced their opponent to kick a field goal. Nice job.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it.
Oh, boy.
So, Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. That completion delivers a first down. To the air, it's Black. They're trying to get to it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Here they come on 2nd and 10 from the 47 after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Dances away. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. The 49ers will try to pin them back with the punt. Wants to bring it back. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Throws to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Virginia. And they take it in for 6 more points.
What great execution by this offense. It looked like you were about to go into the half trailing. Now, with this answer, this scoring drive, you got the lead, you got the momentum, taking it into halftime. Nice job by this offense executing that last drive.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Reese, a first half that gave us some riveting moments.
Luckily, CPU stupid doesn't throw in prevent.
Expected. Just a dynamite start to the first Responders Bowl. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the first Responders Bowl.
And the Cavaliers will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. And they're trailing on the scoreboard right now, but they are very much in the mix to finish this season with a bowl win.
Yeah, and I think you look at bowl games, sometimes there's a little bit
Pick play, ref.
That's what you talk about at halftime. Now, we get the ball, we're down. Let's go make a statement to start this second half. We're here, we're ready, we're going to do some damage.
But here's the thing. They're in this bowl game because they're explosive on defense. It takes only one play. They're still Lots of football left to be played.
Oh my gosh, someone's gonna be wide open.
Confidence going.
And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. And the 49ers come to the line in the hurry-up.
Oh, Lord.
Dropping back, it's Black. Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The 49ers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Grabbed behind the line, it's Robinson. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Coming after it. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. And the 49ers will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. No fair catches here, looking for room. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
It's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
All kinds of running room. The 30. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Cavaliers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
We know football gets harder when you start to get the red zone and field tricks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Comes out throwing on first down. That's caught. It's Davis. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. The 49ers headed quickly to the line. Off play action. Fires to the wideout.
Oh, nice play.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Pressure coming. He's got his man. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. No huddle here for the offense. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. It's complete.
Make the play, man.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route against man coverage, he was able to create a little bit of separation between him and the defender, and that was a big key in getting that first down.
Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Back to pass, it's Black. Fires deep toward the end zone. Fires into traffic, intercepted.
Nope.
And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
We've just seen in this game, the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
Man.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
These running backs have all kind of success. Now we're getting later in the game. We got to make sure we get some stops and get the ball back to our offense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quick toss. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
It's complete to the right. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage total. The Cavaliers have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
From the gun, the running back has it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And the defense is going to have more plays like that. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop. Maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Got it past the marker. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Fights his way ahead. They get him down after a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 12. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. And still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure.
And he
God damn, man.
Burns him up. Another sack.
And this offense has had a great day, and they've put some big plays together. But the last 2 plays, man, getting a little complacent. They got to protect.
Offensive line just cannot block.
The offensive line has to do a better job.
On 4th down, looking to pass.
Come on.
It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. And the 49ers will hustle to the line. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down. They'll try to snap it quickly. He's looking to throw it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Davis. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They get to the line quickly. Quickly complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Virginia has the lead here. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come
Oh, yeah. Now this is classic Nick 49er football.
He'll try to throw and
oh, no.
Makes the grab well past the sticks. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get?
Better be a hold.
Come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were.
Illegal contact. I didn't touch him.
Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
The 49ers are marching down the field.
Sorry to me. This might be a touchdown on the fly route.
Leaves it with the back. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside.
Oh, yep.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Charlotte. They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step 1 accomplished. But this offense obviously still has work to do. But the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Tucker.
The D line is like enormous for AAC team.
Football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid. We're seeing more and more 400-yard days, but I can't remember the last time I've seen one look as impressive as this guy has played today, David. He has been on fire.
And it's so annoying now because all the quick game is so...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 15.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
Please don't fumble, please don't fumble, please don't fumble.
Touchdown, Virginia! And they take it in for 6 more points.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about those running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. Dropping back, it's Black.
Oh my God.
Free. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. And the 49ers moving quickly to the line.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying.
And this defense is bringing the Heat another sack.
Man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on first down, sack on second down, and now on third down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up, and they better get him double teamed because they can't block him right now.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Down by
They really gonna go for it on their own 6-yard line?
on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth.
That should not be all out blitzing.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Well, this drive probably won't help them pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting it with the first.
I thought I missed the tip, and he was like...
They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Cavaliers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
The back goes in motion. Trying play action. He lofts it high and deep down the left side.
Find the ball.
Inside the 30 and still running. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Looking to throw, it's Black. Got his man in the middle.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Fires to the right. It's complete. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
That's another solid.
He'll set up to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The 49ers want to move quickly. On second down, wants to throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job of ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Smart move to keep it on the ground.
Oh,
Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. We've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Loved being in the booth. Loved covering these football games.
Catch the ball.
A lot of excitement in college football surrounding the sport, man. Let's just keep loving it.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Ready to fire from the pistol. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Quick strike complete.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. He's going to
Where am I at?
Moving away from pressure. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. To the air, it's Black. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Touchdown, 49ers! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Oh, wait. Oh, crap.
Time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And that is why they're called the hands team, people, on onside kicks. Great job jumping on that ball.
The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. The defense uses a timeout. They want to make sure they have the right call here. With the run on 1st and goal. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After losing yardage on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep.
Why didn't he block him?
Nice, solid form tackle from this side.
That's all I wanted.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Timeout call by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Good, right down the boulevard. And now...
Wait, what? What the hell?
That makes the score. Virginia, 62. Charlotte.
First order of business here, don't give up a big return, then the defense just has to keep them out of the end zone. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. I know the situation looks bleak, but have we nothing if we don't have hope, David?
Amen. I mean, just keep hope alive, pitch this pill around, use every second you can.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And the 49ers want to pick up the tempo. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
The error is incomplete. It's third down.
After this, it'll be a wrap. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Trying to get to him. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. I know a lot of people thought this was going to be a blowout, but this team said, just when you think you have all the answers, I change the questions.
It's so true, Reese. I mean, they had a lot of dudes that we were talking to leading up to this game just had a chip on their shoulder. They just didn't feel like they were being respected, and they wanted to come out and they wanted to prove a point. And David, they did exactly just that.
And it's so much easier to be the underdog. It's so much easier to coach that team and you go, hey, they're ranked. Everybody's talking about them. You don't have a chance. It just builds all that momentum, all that hate, and you just pour it out on the field.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
I beat a Group of 5A AC team and gave up 49 points.